welcome to this week's motor. It is the AMG 35 from Mercedes-Benz. This AMG 35 comes in at 59,000. When you include all the options, they've ramped it up to 70,000 to give an example of exactly what you can load it with, which seems like quite a lot. In comparison to the Golf 4, which is 50,000 euro. It's a lot of fun for the package, I have to say. It's brilliant. It's a very solid setup on the AMG. It's the baby AMG. It's a great entry. This baby Merc is absolutely loaded with kit. Starting off with the panoramic sunroof, you've got AMG on the exterior, you've got AMG line on the interior. So some of the styling you can see here in the exterior, you've got that rear diffuser below, you've got sports exhausts, you've got a little lip at the top there as well. You've got the A35 and the AMG badging, but with so many Mercs with the AMG styling kits at the moment, it'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. So basically, you're not shouting about what you are driving. Optional extra on this car are those 19-inch spoke alloy wheels. They come in at something like 1,900 euro as an optional extra. You got privacy glass as well. You've got the rear diffuser is really cool actually. You've got some air vents back here. You've got air vents at the front as well. And lots of little styling cues. But it is all shout and it is all bark. As well, it's got a lovely sports exhaust pack, and this comes into its absolute element when you stick it into Sport Plus mode. Not Sport so much, but Sport Plus mode. And then you get a lot of pops and bangs and crackles, and it's just fantastic. It's aerially so pleasing, and it's a lot of fun between second, third and fourth gear. You don't even have to be going fast. That's the best part of it. You can enjoy it and get the maximum out of this car at absolutely the legal speeds. You do not have to be breaking the speed limit. You do not have to be in any way stupid driving along the roads to get the most out of this baby AMG. The exterior looks are good, but where you're going to get the most out of this is inside in the cabin. It's glorious. It's got a lighting pack which is 1,500 euro added to it, and the lighting pack at night just makes winter nights it's the coziest cabin you could wish to spend any time in whatsoever. It's just a delight. You could keep driving for hours and hours and hours and just really enjoy it. It's kind of got this neon glow to it. It's very Blade Runner. I keep referring to it as being very Blade Runner, and it's really cool. I love the lighting pack. Expensive. This is part of what brings the price of this particular press car up to 70,000 euro. I really love the interior of the A-Class. When you've got the sports seats added, it takes a little bit of space away from the rear, but it's not that much, to be honest, as it blocks your view for the rear passengers. You're not going to have too many rear passengers in this unless they are quite hardy and can handle any seasickness. I know, I'm only messing. The suspension is quite hard, but at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a hot hatch, and if you're looking for softer suspension, you can downshift it into comfort mode, and that's not too bad. A lot of people I know, weren't that happy with comfort mode. If you don't want comfort mode and hot hatch, I mean, if that's not sufficient enough, you're going to have to just go for a normal A-Class, the A250, the A200, anything like that, and you will be more than comfortable. Here we have it, this stunning interior. Very comfortable, easy to adjust, the seats, easy to get comfortable. You've got heated seats optioned on this. The air vents are really good. They've got this lovely kind of smooth motion to them. And yeah, so you've got this nice AMG welcome screen as well. Everything is functional, everything is reasonably easy to use. As you've got your shifter paddles here and here, lovely steering wheel, AMG as well. It's a nice enough cabin that it doesn't really need all that extra light. Some cabins are very dark, but this is a nice matching of the two-tone leather and the chrome plating on the dash and on the door sills. It's just a lovely piano black trim at the side, the touchscreen, MBUX, all of that works very well. It's integrated beautifully. There's a few bits and pieces that Merc need to work on. This has keyless entry. A lot of the advertising sells keyless go, which basically is a stop start push button, and keyless go shouldn't be as expensive as it is on Mercedes-Benz cars. So yeah, that's one thing they need to adjust or address. Also, the fact that every time you start the car, you have to go into a menu to get rid of lane assist. Stop start is easy enough because it's on the start button, so you can get rid of that there quickly enough. But lane assist, every single time you go into, you have to go into a menu. So if you're in and out of the car a lot, it's going to be a really, really frustrating thing to do on multiple journeys. So please, Mercedes, please address lane assist, and because on tight Irish roads, it tends to be a little bit frustrating. So here we are on the system where I was saying that you must get rid of lane assist every single time. So that will only adjust when I turn the engine on. So I have to turn that off every single time. You've got your parking assist and all of the options available, all the menus. You've got your exterior lights, your interior lights. A lot of these menus won't come up, so I have to leave the engine on. You've got this amazing dash. Like, this is just one of the best things. It's absolutely beautiful. It's another optional extra, and you can select what comes up on the right hand side. You can change the styles of the displays. You've got sport, you've got super sport. It changes the coloring as well. I do not want to reset that. I'm using the haptic touch feedback button on the steering wheel here, and yeah, you can set it to whatever you use the most, I suppose. And also you can change the interior lighting of the ambient lighting system, which is an optional extra I was discussing earlier. So yeah, so here we have the sat nav. We can change the colors of the dash, colors of the dials, all the options between the two dials as well. I like to keep it on. You've got speed, you've got your sat nav, and you've got your rev, and I have a range of 109 kilometers left, and you can also see whether lane assist is on and off. They seem to have really put a lot of priority onto this, but in Ireland it's not that useful. So here is the ambient lighting system, and you can change the color, the brightness. I've got it on purple sky at the moment. It's just so nice, especially at night. I'll try and get some footage later on and put it in here so you can see it a little bit better. But God, it's beautiful. It's a really nice lighting system, but again, this is an extra cost. You've got your extra touch buttons external to using any internal of the screens. But yeah, listen, overall, it's a lovely cabin. It's gorgeous. It's a lot of fun. 300 brake horsepower, 2-litre engine, 4 cylinders, highly tuned obviously as well. The tax is 570, that's the same as the Golf 4 as well. And it's an AMG DCT gearbox, which is beautiful. They've got it in, the metallic is an optional extra as well. It's about €970. And this is in denim blue. It's got an awful lot of optional extras which I can go through here. It's got the 4MATIC obviously as well, so it's 4-wheel drive. Lovely light system, much lighter than the Golf. You've got the body styling, you've got the dynamic select, you've got the exhaust system, which is beautiful, only in Sport Plus mode. The other modes, it doesn't really come to life at all. You've got the front and rear splitters. You've got the high performance braking system. The brakes are brilliant in this. I've driven older Golf 4s, and the brakes are a little bit worn, I suppose, but the brakes really, really good. Very, very good on this system. You've got speed sensitive steering, spoiler lip on the rear roof, which is really cool. Yeah, all the cup holders and all that rubbish as well. AMG key, that's kind of nice touch. I don't know if key parties exist anymore. And what else have we got? We've got this front armrest, which has an adapter, so everything's USB-C. You've got an adapter if you still use USB to charge your phone. It's a little bit messy and faffy once you actually, like, it looks neat until you put the cable in to charge your phone. Folding armrest, LED high performance headlights, light and sight package, that's all fine. MBUX multimedia systems I've just gone through there, brilliant, absolutely beautiful. Reversing camera is really, really good quality. You can see everything visually really, really well, and it doesn't get mucky. It really doesn't get too mucky at all. when you've been driving in kind of the similar conditions that I am today. You've got sport seats, as I was talking about. They do block visibility for the rear passengers just a little bit, but they're not too bad, and they look really, really nice. They look beautiful. They're so good. You've got thermotronic automatic climate control. You can set that to dual or single. And the haptic touchback, so you've got touchback on the screen, and you've got haptic touchback on the keypad here. What else we got? The 19-inch AMG multi-spoke alloys, which I was talking about, so they're €1,500, and you've got the night package. It's beautiful. It's just so nice, but it's €1,200, which is, it's a lot. It's a lot. Metallic paint is 997, so that's nearly £1,000. And then you've got the panoramic sunroof, 1,500. It's really nice, but the cabin's kind of light enough as it is with this dual tone leather, so wouldn't see it as too necessary in this. So the premium pack has a 10.25-inch display with the advanced sound system. Sound system beautiful. Sound system is so good in this. It's really nice. It competes a little bit when you're trying to listen out for the exhaust. That's the only thing. You love listening out for the exhaust, but the cabin is fairly well insulated. So listen out for the pops and crackles. You can't always open the window. It's like a cold or the wind buffeting and all that kind of jazz. And all digital instrument display, as you've seen. Keyless go. That just means get in and press start. That's all that is. What you really want is the keyless entry system and smartphone integration, and that just means hooking up your phone to Bluetooth. That's €500. I mean, shouldn't that be part of the package, lads? So anyway, with all of those optional extras, with all of that extra jazz, we are talking about 70 grand. But it's all just to show off how this car works, what you can put into it, what you can option, what you need, what you don't need, what's good and what's bad about it. I really like the car. It's expensive. That's you know, it's 10 grand over every other competitor. So if you can afford it, yes. If you don't need too much space, go for it. But it's lovely and light. It's much lighter than the Golf 4 to drive, and it handles the lumps and bumps. Even though the suspension is very stiff, it handles the lumps and bumps a lot better. So yeah, well done. AMG, can't beat it really, can you?